Hey guys, Thrasher here. Dragon Ball Legends just got an update. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so overall this update was fairly sparse. Let's go through a couple things that I see in the update, as well as some things that I think are coming based on some of the news. So if we go menu, and then we go over to news, let's talk about the big things first. The new space-time duel has begun, so make sure you go over to your PvP area and get your rare medals, get your rewards, whatever you need to get. If we go into details, we will see that this time around we're going to get First Form Cell, the yellow guy here. There is the new equipment item that you get for doing rated matches. It has an extremely high key restore speed, 15% is very good, and it comes with critical, so if you have a character who can somehow get critical damage up, it will scale fairly well. So that's that. Here's the other thing: you get 1,000 chrono crystals and all this other stuff. All you have to do is do 15 rated matches, and you have to win 10 rated matches. That's all there is to this. Nothing crazy. All the rest of this is the same as it's pretty much always been. Nothing special going on here. Z-Power there, it's just talking about the Spirit Bomb Goku that you can get at the moment, but it is saying you can get Z-Power in the exchange shop, so if there's a new character that comes out in the future, you may be able to buy them with rare medals, so always keep at least a few on hand just in case. Nothing else crazy going on down here, talking about the Goku that I just mentioned. There is one more major change to PvP rated versus casual. We'll talk more about it in a second, but they did change the way that adventures drop, so we'll come back to that. Let's back out of here, and then let's go look at the next news item, which is the Scout Battle for Cell. This has 4 different versions. It goes from a level 300 cell that you have to beat all the way up to a level 1500. You can get 160 chrono crystals if you beat them all with a single cell, so make sure that you have a cell unit that you're leveling to 1500. I recommend not using the hero purple cell just because you're going to have a rough time. This cell is yellow. 1500 hero purple cell against this yellow 1500 AI. It's beatable, but it's a bit of a pain. So if you want to use maybe the extreme one, but if you don't have that, you got to work with what you got. So just get a cell to 1500 so you can get your 160 chrono crystals. This is the First Form Cell that you will be fighting and getting Z-Power for when you beat it. Remember, it does take 2 energy every time you do it, so let's go and look through here. Android Max base health, which is very powerful if you're running a full Android team, or if you're running Cell on a team, you obviously want more health for that Cell. He does do bonus strike damage to Piccolo, but I don't think that's a huge thing anymore, as Piccolo's pretty much fallen off the meta. As we see here, 2 energy, like I said, we can close that out. Let's go back and look at it real quick before we do anything else. I have not messed with it yet. I haven't done any of the missions, but if we look through here, we can see EX4 challenges. You get your 40 chrono crystals for beating it with a cell. Nothing else crazy there, and the same is true as we go down through here. So we saw 40, there's 40 more, that's 80, 120, and we see this one, and this will make it 160 down here. So make sure you get your cell up to 1500 so you can get your 160 chrono crystals. It doesn't take that long. Just do 10 of each rank of training item, 3 hours at a time. You'll be 1500 in a few hours, so it's not a huge deal. We'll back out here. Let's go back into the news area. And the next thing that we want to look at is future updates information. So a lot of people have been talking about the 100-day celebration, whether there will be a 100-day celebration. A lot of people were thinking today would be when they would roll it out, maybe a pre-100-day celebration. Maybe they would just start it now. We didn't get that. We didn't get a ton of content. But what we see here is they're telling us, hey, there's going to be some exciting information, and it's coming real soon. I believe the 100-day celebration should be this Friday. So we're looking at, it's 2 days from today. There's a good chance that they will announce whatever this celebration is, call it the 100-day, whatever they're going to call it, and all these things will be in it. So I think there's a good chance we're going to get another update possibly this week, and it's going to relate to all this stuff. As you can see here, there's nothing substantial as far as the information we get. We just know that we're going to get a bunch of Rising Souls, we're going to get some Super Souls, maybe we'll get some Zenny, I'm not sure yet. So we'll come back to that when it actually happens, but keep that in mind that it is on the way. Now, speaking of Rising Souls, Zenny, things of that nature, let's back out and go to the next announcement. So if we go down here and we look at game update announcement, here's the big thing: they've changed how adventures drop. So the old Z1 adventures that gave us a ton of Rising Souls, a ton of Zenny, those drop from casual PvP matches now, and they're the rank 5 adventures. The new Z1 adventures that drop from rated matches can also drop Z-Power for the new cell, which is cool, but the problem is that it can replace all of that Rising Soul and Zenny bounty that you were going to get before, and if you only get 40 cell Z-Power instead of 500,000 or 600 or 800,000 Zenny, it can be kind of a pain. So here's what I would suggest: if you need Rising Souls, if you need Zenny, do casual matches, get your rank 5 adventures and do those. If you don't need Zenny or any Rising Souls at the moment, then just do the Z1 adventures and get yourself a bunch more Z power for that cell. Try to get him maxed out so you can start raking in the Z metals. And that's really all there is to this update. Like I said, it's fairly sparse. There's not a lot going on here, but it sounds like from that last announcement, we are going to get another update in the very near future, and it's going to be a lot more substantial. So keep your eyes out for that. I will have an update on it as soon as I have information about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, throw them down below. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.